Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Is it week 15?
Week 16.
16.
Yeah.
I feel a week 16.
There's 17 weeks in the regular season of football. So next week will be the week 17 and then the playoffs after that.
Nice.
So
So this is our Christmas edition.
yeah, it's our Christmas edition.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Fuck you guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Let's be real, it's the only one.
Say that again. Now Trump's president.
Yeah, let's jump right into that. Trump's done a lot of good things this week. He's
Released the troops.
no, he shut down the fucking government.
Yeah. Well, is it really shut down? I just got pulled over last night.
You did.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. I was like in my car. Oh shit. I know there's a lot I don't remember from last night, but that was something I'm glad I don't remember.
Yeah, apparently there's a government shutdown in our great economy that he's built. And you know what fucking frustrates me is how much money this country makes off its people. There's no way that we should be struggling the way that we are. I'm not talking about the stock market.
Well, this one's based on the wall, man. That $5 billion right he wants that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm... How is that possible? Is it because he's trying to throw it in there and they're not signing it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, what an idiot, man.
Yeah, the Senate approved the budget 100%. 100 to 0 vote in the Senate. And he still says, fuck off. And the stock market's starting to tank. Let me check my stocks.
We can't have a revolution until after the Super Bowl.
Maybe that would be the perfect time for it to start.
Or no, I take that back. We have to watch the last Avengers movie
Yeah, right.
first.
That's not good.
Is that
Okay.
your hemp stock?
Yeah. I got 3 shares of cannabis. The first one I got at like $15 a share, it's down at 9.
You would think that if the market's crumbling, that the hemp would go up. Hemp 40 bag.
Well, that's part of the deal, though, is that the that's why I bought it. It's because the hemp's part of the farm bill, and the farm bill is going to declassify marijuana, but it doesn't go into effect till January 1st. So a lot of people don't know anything about it. Actually, it's not doing shit because Trump didn't sign the fucking bill.
Yeah. Hopefully your weed stock crumbles enough to where I can start buying some.
That's a good thought. You take it, Chuck. Well, you can invest anytime. Just give me some cash and I'll put it in there for you.
All right.
Profit sharing. So he did that. He fired, Mattis quit. He's the Secretary of Defense. We're pulling out of Syria.
Yeah.
So it's basically saying, hey, here you go, Russia, take it over.
And
That's
Russia
so crazy.
is applauding Trump for pulling out the troops, which to
Of
me
course.
just legitimizes that he's a terrorist himself.
Yeah, he's going to take over the whole fucking country now. And the Sunnis or the Shiites or whoever the fuck's going to get killed. You know, I mean, it's kind of like a mixed bag because, you know, all the Democrats and fucking liberals are like, no war, bring back our troops. And then at the same time, you bring your troops home, and then all these people get slaughtered, and they're like, we should protect them.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, they're going to get killed. There's no way around it. Unless we're there. And, yeah, what's going to happen? But things change. See what happens. But it's just like more and more people are just quitting the Trump
Bandwagon
circus.
circus.
Yeah.
There's actually a show called The Circus.
Oh.
It's about the Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even before the election.
No
Huh.
shit.
Yeah. It's like 50 episodes deep already. And I'd love to watch it, but I'd have to go back to the beginning and watch all that bullshit with Hillary and whatnot.
Have you seen our cartoon president?
No.
I thought I wasn't gonna like it, but that shit's pretty fucking funny.
Nice.
I haven't seen that.
I just want him to hurry up and finish his term so we can get some other dipshit in there. who
Oh,
might
he's
able
gonna
do
be
a better
impeached.
job.
Come January with that Democratic House, they're gonna fucking pull out his. They're gonna audit his taxes, and they're gonna see all these billions of dollars that he's exchanged with Russia, and then they're gonna say, "What the fuck?" And then the impeachment proceedings will
I
begin.
don't see that
I
happening.
do. I think the Republicans are gonna flip on him. I think they're just waiting for the Democrats. In fact, I think they were rooting for the Democrats to get in, so they could say it wasn't our fault that it was the Democrats that started the impeachment process, and then they're going to just go along and say, "Fuck it, we'd rather have Pence anyways." makes sense to me. But I would like to just see him go to jail.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so impeachment first and then jail next. And Pence might, forgive him, but I think it would be great if he didn't. He would just be like, fuck you, Trump. Every time you told me to shut up, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people like Trump are eventually going to get what they have coming to them. It's just a matter of whether or not he lives long enough to
I feel like
face
people
his
like
reckoning.
Trump are fucking the ones that always fucking win.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Eventually, it always comes around.
Nah, I think there's so many people like Trump that you don't even know their names of. You know what I mean?
That's true.
There's so many rich people. It's like, you look at Microsoft and everybody thinks Bill Gates or what's that other fucking guy?
Paul Allen, he
Paul
done
Allen,
died.
Yeah. But those are the two top fucking
Paul
guys.
Allen was a good dude, though.
I think they're both good dudes in a sense. But I'm just saying that there's 1,000 executive level employees under them that are making billions of dollars themselves, and you don't know their names.
Yeah.
So these are all the powerful people that are fucking doing whatever they want in the world. Oh, the trippy thing that I wanted to talk about at the Bush funeral, where
Oh, yeah.
the Secret Service guy passes a note to George Jr. and he doesn't even look at it. It's like almost he knew that he was going to get a note. I mean, it was so eerie the way the coffin is going right by. They're all sitting right here, and just as it gets right there,
Yeah.
the guy comes over and gives him a note. It was like
Yeah.
timed right when the casket was coming by.
Yeah.
And Bush didn't even look at it. He just knew that he was getting a note, and then he gave it to his wife. She looked at it and was mortified, showed it to Jeb, and he was even smiling. He was like proud, and then he saw that, and he was just like,
Yeah.
Huh.
it was so quick.
You didn't see it?
No.
You haven't
yeah.
seen that? Oh shit.
So here's the thing, right? It could be anything. But instead of thinking it's this weird Illuminati shit, I think it's basically just maybe Jeb getting the fortune.
What?
Jeb getting the news that he just got his dad's fortune. Like the estate, everything. I'm sure that he split it, he gave Bush some, Bush Jr. some, but...
Nah, it was a picture of fucking Barbara getting DP'd by fucking Bush Senior Dan Quill.
Or it could have said something like, it's all bullshit.
Well, it had to be something like either 2 words or 1 word or a picture. Because the way that they both glanced at it so quickly, instantly,
Yeah.
changed. I mean, the 2 words I thought it might have said is "you're next," or
Yeah, but see, I think it was a message from Senior. With the way that the timing was with the casket passing, I think it was all planned by Senior. When I pass and the casket goes by, I give him this letter.
no.
Why not?
Well, if they did, it wouldn't be horrific. It would have been.
Maybe it was horrific, or maybe they just couldn't contain themselves because they were elated. Jeb was elated.
Dude, this does not look like a fucking
Okay,
face of
it's probably not a
elation.
look of elation, but it could be. I'm not saying it is, but it could be.
I don't know what this is.
That's from I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. I don't understand. Oh, that's like the guy's intro to his fucking thing. Because he's
Okay,
original.
but watch this fucking.
Like he did have his hand over his heart.
This
and
is
then he
after.
dropped
This
it.
is after they both saw it. So she's gasping for breath. He's in disbelief, and he's just fucking pierced.
But even if it did say you are next, like what does that even mean? Because he wasn't killed. Senior
No.
wasn't killed.
Or maybe it said, now who's in charge? Or it's got to be shorter than that, though. It had to be.
There is a chance I think Senior could have had some kind of pull over some information
No,
that
it was-
wasn't being leaked. Now
It was Trump. Trump gave that order to this guy right there. And watch, just as the casket gets there, he comes over and gives him some shit. He's just like, he was right on cue. It's like he's got a microphone in his ear saying, "Do it now." And here he goes.
Yeah.
And he takes out that dossier. And then
Hands it to.
Senior, right there, he got it, and then he gave it to her, and she looks at it just mortified. Look how quickly he looks at it and just goes, "Holy fuck." Look at him put his hand down, just like, "Oh my god."
Huh. So maybe it was something Trump sent,
Yeah.
and it just was
Like, fuck you guys.
like maybe it was just rude. and it wasn't
Mhm.
anything big, you know.
Watch how quickly he sees it and then just goes shit.
Like
He hasn't seen it yet. Look, he's even smiling in like honor, and then he sees that and just goes, "Holy shit balls! Unbelievable!"
Jesus Christ.
And you can't deny that look. There's no way you cannot deny that look. I mean, anybody that's a human knows what that look means.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, it's not like, oh, thank God, Dad. You know, it's more like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're gonna do that right here in the funeral?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, I just found my new
And
rabbit
look
hole.
at her just gasping for air. Look how pissed he is. What a sad thing for your father to be passing by and you get some fucking shock in the heart. Look at her just.
That was quick.
Oh man.
That was so quick.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. What do you think, Randall?
It says Trump 2020.
Snap. God, that is just so weird. And then those envelopes that they got. Did you see those too?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was getting these envelopes. And I'm not saying Illuminati or anything like that, but it's just weird that, you know, you could see Jimmy Carter looking at his thing going, "Where's my envelope?" Seriously, he was like looking through it and he's asking his wife, they're looking on the floor, and they didn't get an envelope. And Hillary's sitting right next to him. She opens it up, pulls out an envelope, opens it up a little bit and goes,
Yeah.
like, some shit's going on, man. That's awesome. I love it. I love this speculation.
Trump wasn't at the funeral, right?
He was.
He was at the
Oh,
funeral.
yeah.
He was
Oh, he got
He was
there.
sitting with Obama.
He got there, and then he was escorted to a seat with his wife, Melania. And when he got there, before he sat down, he took off his coat and gave it to the serviceman. And it's like, you could almost see the serviceman, the Marine, saying, "Dude, I ain't your fucking coat holder." But he had to do it because he's the president, you know? It was so awkward. And so all the other dignitaries, Barack and Hillary and all those people, they were just sitting there talking, having a good time, and then Trump comes in, they're like,
Yeah.
no more talking. And
This motherfucker.
yeah, Trump and Melania shook hands with Obama and what's his name's wife, or what's her name, Michelle. They shook hands with Trump, or the Clintons just looked forward. They're just like, fuck this guy. And I hate it that they always just include Carter on everything. Like a few years ago at a Super Bowl, they said the presidents of the United States, and Carter's never there. He's
Yeah,
like,
dude,
fuck
he's
this.
still alive too.
Oh, he's still making houses for
Yeah.
Habitat of Humanity.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
badass motherfucker.
He did have some health issues last year, but he's doing good, man.
Oh, what, 94, 93 or something like that?
Yeah.
And he's still doing talk show stuff. It's funny as all can be.
No scandals, no nothing.
he's a
you
good
know?
old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's demonized by the...
He built
History.
a house for one of my old shipmates.
He did what?
He built a house for one
Oh,
of
no
my
shit.
shipmates here when I was a kid.
So, what's next?
Local news is crazy. We had a tornado. Port Orchard NATO.
Tornado?
It's Port Orchard, so it's tornado. I saw somebody post it. I didn't think that up. I read it. But yeah, there's a tornado. A fucking
Yeah.
tornado, man.
The Facebook post had me fucking cracking up. Like, I mean, I'm.
Oh,
sucks.
making fun of tragedy, are you? Yeah, I am.
No one
It
died.
sucks that fucking people shit
No
get
one
fucked
died.
up.
Oh, no,
Everybody,
it's-
it was
it's
like
worse
the
than that.
apocalypse, like happened, or Hurricane Katrina. Like, we need disaster relief, and
Yeah.
No, but it's true, man. Fuck. You know, this one person, I won't say her name, but she posted something about, oh, that's the way you guys vote. That's who's your god now. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Their houses
did
are
say that.
destroyed. Yeah, I know exactly what. I'll pull it up. And so
Jeez.
many people were saying, what the fuck? And she's just still defending it. She's saying, yeah, that's what you get. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, are you serious? You're going to pull the old fucking religious thing? And, you know, and the thing that bothers me the most about it is that she's a huge woman activist. So if you're a woman's activist, you want support. I would think. I mean, what else do you want? You want equal rights. You want support from your community to be...
Well, if you're going to give God credit for when good things happen, you might as well give him credit for when tornadoes in Port Orchard happen.
Well, my thing is that I just have to realize that she is not a good person in the regard of wanting equal rights.
Yeah.
I am totally for women's rights. Absolutely. But she is not a person that I want to give rights to because she's a lesser than a person in a sense. You know what I mean? Just because, let's say Randall, for example, you're black. And just because I didn't want to sell you something because you're a dick doesn't mean I'm not selling you something because you're black.
Correct.
Yeah. So she's a dick first. Not a woman. But anyways, the bigger problem about the tornado is nobody's got tornado insurance. I mean, so if my house was ripped off right now from a tornado, I'd be fucked.
Oh yeah,
I'd be
I
out.
didn't think about that.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
Insurance should just fall under everything, like homeowners insurance.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know if I have flood insurance because I'm on top of the hill.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think I need it. But I did get flooded once because my foundation was holding it all in.
Yeah.
It wasn't working right, my drainage. But it wasn't damaged. There was no damage.
Yeah, so Port Orchard had a tornado.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I guess tornadoes can just happen anywhere at any time.
Do you think it's global warming?
They say climate change could have something to do with it, but they were like, oh, this is the first tornado since 1983 in Port Orchard. And it's like, oh, okay, well, we've had a tornado in 1983 or some shit in Port Orchard. So,
yeah, some other teacher told me that too.
You know,
the other day.
there you go.
But yeah, that's still 30 years. I mean, that's not...
Yeah. Now, if we had another tornado next year, I'd be
Or
worried.
next week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. Snow tornado.
In
That'd
fact,
be badass.
Snownato.
Snow-nado. Snow-pornado.
Like a bad fucking sci-fi channel movie.
What would a tornado in Bremerton be called? Bremonado?
Tornado.
I don't know.
Bremolonado?
Work on that one.
Anyway.
What other news is happening in town? Let's see. Let me check my Facebook.
There's a council member who creeped out some teenagers who's getting booted off the council.
What? How do you creep them out?
He's like, oh, your grandpa, we should go on trips together to Hawaii and let me take a picture with you and give you awkward hugs. And
Who's this?
Was he doing
The
Joe
fuck are you
Biden
talking
dance?
about?
council member.
Oh.
Bremerton. Starts with an H. Handy or Hardy or Hardy or
Yeah, he was harassing people. Is that right?
Yeah, there was these
Couple of teenage girls or
yeah,
some shit.
like 3 teenage girls that he
Right.
met at a fundraiser, and then he encountered them, and then he sent them friend request on Facebook.
Oh God! Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's
And
sake!
then-
Put his profile picture with his shirt off, holding like a catfish or something.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
I don't know anybody who would do that.
And then-
named with a wreck.
But then, you know, there'd be future events that would get together, and every time they get together, he'd go up there, give them creepy hugs, compliment their thighs, and
Compliment their thighs.
yeah, take pictures with them, and then he just denied that he was doing anything wrong.
That's gangster.
And then they
Nice looking thighs you got there, young lady.
I want to say he sent him a message on Facebook that said something like about going on a vacation or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just so fucking creepy.
But then to play it off like, oh, I'm just being the grandpa and who's good with, you know, the public. I think they're just wonderful teenagers that are doing great things, and I want to give them my appreciation. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're creepy.
Where the fuck is it?
And that's the thing is, what fucking man, especially nowadays, man, there's no room for error, man. But especially with teenage girls, and you're like 60 something.
Jesus Louise.
You gotta dig for it because it's
I know. They,
son.
yeah, they don't want to.
Fucking political bias. That's why I don't pay for their shit.
Oh, I love paying for it.
Yeah, just
Makes
like
me
I
feel like-
fucking
I'm supporting our community's bullshit.
love going to the checkout stand where you have to talk to somebody.
Did they just sell that? Like USA Today or some shit?
What?
Yeah, almost all local newspapers are being bought up by USA Today.
Craig Gass, Sunday, December 30th. Fuck, I have a show that day. He's
Good
in
lord,
Clearwater.
what the hell? I think it would be in there somewhere.
Do you remember his name? Hardy or?
Ah, I forget. Yeah, let's just look up council, city council.
So in other local news, our government, I guess, is in fear of being shut down.
Well, the thing about the furlough, I remember the last one where, the Navy guys, for the most part of the shipyard, they may get furloughed or whatever, but they're still going to get paid at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not going to be shopping downtown, and that's what I just remember from last time. It's just like so dead downtown.
Howdy.
No, I don't think it was Huddy.
No?
No. Maybe I'll give you that for Christmas, Joe. $49 for get you a subscription.
Fuck no.
Or I could just give you my password for $10.
No, I just go on to incognito.
Oh yeah.
And it gives me anything I want. I don't know.
Well, that's the thing that bothers me. I don't mind paying for the local paper, but at the same time, it's not local paper. It's USA Today.
Yeah.
But anything Josh Farley's doing, I support. I think that he's doing a fabulous job going around with the Bremerton Beat and talking people up.
He's the face of the Kitsap Sun.
He is, for sure. Absolutely. And I like that. He's a local guy. Walks around, super friendly.
I'm telling you, man, we should start our own fucking local news network and go around and talk about the real news.
We could call it the Kitchen Nook.
No, take it outside of the Nook. I was thinking BNN, Bremerton News Network, instead of CNN.
Oh, that's a good idea. Steal their logo.
Exactly. Blue and green instead of red. BNN, Bremerton News Network. There was a fake news network that started up a few years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Huddy. Engaged in overly familiar conduct.
Hell yeah.
Overly familiar. I had to read that word twice.
Like, as in, I'm not familiar with you enough
Overly
to be touching me
familiar.
like this.
What, your granddad doesn't cup your butts when he hugs you?
Made the women feel justifiably uncomfortable.
Yep.
The quotes are the best.
Ages 19, 18, and 17.
Huh.
Such behavior at a public event.
And
The
he's-
council voted 6-1. He was the only dissenter.
Yeah. He's 67 years old.
Well, at least two of them fucking of age.
Well, 67 is not all that old.
For 18 and 19?
No, I mean, it's like he's not grandpa. He is grandpa.
He
Don't
is
get me
grandpa.
wrong, but he's still not. He's not like in his 80s. But he's just like some innocent old guy going, hey,
If he was
This
in
is
his
more like-
80s, then dementia might come into play.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's kind of passing as like, oh, that's what they did back in the old days.
Yeah.
But 67 is not old enough to be
No,
like.
you should know what's going on.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of men out there that are trying to be better, do better, and stay better. And then you got dick shits like this, man.
Well, you just can't group them together. That's the thing. It's just like what we were talking about earlier with
But they are getting grouped together.
that chick that was being batshit crazy on the thing. It's like, okay, you're going to be a feminist and promote your femininity. I could discount everything you say because you fucked up on this one. I'm ready to let that go.
I saw
But
one
to say
thing-
that all men are a bunch of dicks because of this asshole,
And that's the thing.
No.
All men.
I don't think so. I think women and people in general are smarter than that. They realize that it's not everybody. It's it's just like racism. People won't say. There's very few people that I don't know anybody actually that would say I don't like black people. I don't know anybody that says that. But I bet you 50 years ago I'd know a lot of people that would say that. I mean, it's changing in a sense. It probably doesn't
Well,
feel
it's
like
not
it in the moment, but at the same time,
No, it's definitely changing, and it hasn't. Lately, it hasn't been taking 50 years because of the technology, the social media.
right, and same with
Exactly.
women's movements. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking didn't have the right to vote either, and now, now they're working for equality of pay and all this other shit.
But just recently, there was a comedian that said on Facebook that all men are pieces of shit, and she got her account. She got thrown in Facebook jail for it,
Good.
and she
think
was
right for
pissed
the
off
song.
about it. She was like, "I don't understand why."
Is she a local comic?
Was she moved, but Yeah, she was.
So she's not very brave.
Well, I mean, she's good. She's a feminist, obviously, but it's just one of those things where it's like, well, maybe it's because she said all men are pieces of shit, and Facebook wouldn't have been a big deal. But then she got mad because she felt like she wasn't. She was just stating her opinion, and you shouldn't get shut down for your opinion.
Oh, I think you should. Well, maybe not shut down.
Hate speech is what they call it.
But see, they're a private entity, so they can have their own rules. They're not the government.
Yeah.
So if it was the government, she could say whatever the fuck she wants.
Yeah.
And just because they say, we don't want you saying that shit in our store or our place of business, that's good. I mean, they have the right to do that. I would do that. I would say, yeah, fuck you, get out of my fucking store on anybody's occasion. But in the world we live in, you can say whatever you want, and people could just hate you for it. I mean, seriously, if she was at the center of Bremerton yelling, I hate white people, I hate men, people would laugh at her, throw shit at her. I mean, she would gain no traction whatsoever. But you say it on social media, like. Hate.
I don't know, man. Fucking.
They gotta bring back the dislike button or the angry button.
I feel like she probably would get some mod support around here, especially those chicks wearing vagina hats and shit and talking about men sucking.
Well, I think you're right. I mean, when one batshit crazy bitch goes out on the town square, or dude for that matter, and starts, spouting hate, it goes nowhere. But you get 10 of them, now you got something. Now you have a march. Now you have a protest. Now you have a movement.
Oh shit, there's more crazy people like me?
Yeah.
Come out of the woodwork.
But it's very few. It's like, what are those Proud Boys or whatever the fuck they are?
Oh yeah, I got a Gavin Guinness shit.
Yeah. I mean, shit, there's only a handful of them. And what's weird is that the Antifa and the people fighting them, it's like, just let them fucking walk through town. If you just stood back and just watched them walk through town saying their stupid white shit, nobody would say anything. It would be over. They would be done, and everybody would just laugh at them, and then they wouldn't come anymore.
And they're getting the reaction that they fucking
But they
want.
get that reaction from these Antifa, and that's why I think there's provocateurs that are being placed in there by the government and the Russians, for that matter.
I think they've shown that to be true.
They clearly have done that in the election menace. So why wouldn't they pay somebody $1,000 to go and fucking throw a rock at a cop?
Yeah.
I mean, shit. If they can spend, I mean, they were spending like $5 million a month or some shit on people's wages to be online trolls. They had this huge building in Russia that was just online trolls. That was their job. They even sent them to America so they could learn about American ways, so they could troll better. So yeah, I think they're gonna hire somebody to fucking throw a rock. That would be easy.
Yeah.
And then you create controversy, and then that's what they want. It's like that Twilight Zone we watched. You get them to fight amongst themselves, and they're going to be divisive, and the system falls.
All right.
See it.
Seahawks versus Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right.
Sunday Night Football.
Better
Y'all are
smoke a
getting
cigarette.
chewed up.
Chewed up?
Yeah.
You kidding me? We're at home, bruh.
Y'all are getting
Against the chefs.
Chefs ain't coming in. They ain't doing shit. They're gonna get shut down.
I must say y'all gonna lose by at least 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. That's
Wow.
ridiculous, bro. You'll see.
Oh!
You'll see. So when the Niners came to Seattle 4 weeks ago, we crushed them. We blew the fuck out of
the
them.
Niners are fucking garbage.
Okay, well here's my point. Last week we lost to the Niners in San Francisco. So we crushed them at home, and then 2 weeks later we went to San Francisco and lost to them. I think that just goes to show how our home field advantage is pretty huge. Mahomes is going to be out there and he's going to be like, I can't hear anything. And then he's going to throw 3 picks today. 3 picks. Actually, I don't know. I'm in my Super Bowl fantasy football this weekend.
Oh,
so
I picked some teams this week.
I could win this week. If Mahomes has a good day, I might win.
Let's see, did I vote
I'm
for this?
torn.
Yeah, I went for the Seahawks.
Yeah. Seahawks are going to win on a game-winning field goal by Sebastian Janikowski, 46-yarder, for a 1-point win.
Yeah, I think I went 3-0. We're going to lose by fucking
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
All right, well.
The Chargers beat the Chiefs last week, and then the Chargers
Ooh.
last night to the Ravens, 22-10.
All right.
So the Chiefs might be pretenders, and the Seahawks are contenders. We'll
Ooh,
see.
Look at you go.
We'll see.
With the limericks.
Yeah.
Fucking Johnny Cochran over here.
Yeah, fucking going. Penetration in the hole is going to be the key. You're going to see Wilson get some deep penetration.
We got to do that fucking football bingo, man. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. I got to remember to come up with the sample.
All right, I'm tired.
All right.
I've found my wallet, so I'm excited. And I think I might be going to breakfast. So.
All right. Good night.
Oh, and thank you very much for the Drift Ins party last night. That was a lot of
A
fun.
lot of fun.
I just got a text from Lisa, said she got a video of me and Sharon singing that song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
that'll be good.
Nice.
And then, of course, playing with Mike. And then Friday night was a good feud down at the
Yeah, Dog
Bulldogs.
Days.
Or Dog Days, rather. Sorry, Jeff. I know you're listening.
And then that was fun. I feel like it's kind of a weird thing mixing Family Feud and then doing comedy. You know?
It was weird doing the Family Feud last night at the Drift.
Yeah.
Because it was like, hurry up and be over already.
Yeah.
But that was cool. But what do we got coming up this week? Christmas is Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. And then the 30th, well, the 28th, we have Randall's birthday party comedy show
Hell
at Dog Days, 7 p.m. at 28th. And then on the 30th, which is Sunday, we have the Pacific Cannabis Company employee private party.
Nice.
Not private, but party at Hi-Fi.
That'll
That's
be
from
fun.
7 to 10. We're doing comedy
Yeah.
and feud and whatnot. So
Those are good guys down there for sure.
yeah.
Oh, you're part of the crew now, too.
I am.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Social media manager.
All right.
Just goes to show, don't ever quit, because I tried for 4 years to get that job, and they finally
There
gave
you
it to
go.
me. So,
It's a lesson of resilience.
yes, don't stop.
Don't stop. Speaking of, we'll do it again next week.
Oh, look how beautiful it is outside.
is gorgeous.
Jeez, the calm after this tornado.
Man, I wish I was here for the tornado because I was at work, but I could have seen it right there.
I was leaving Port Orchard right as it hit. I was like, this shit's